pleasure here. And oh yes, I still am and will always be the sports card doctor. And I'm very happy that you are here today on a very wonderful first time video here on the channel that combines sports card nostalgia and ASMR relaxation. We would love, oh yes, we'd love for you to consider subscribing to the channel. Help us to continue to slowly grow. I said we're doing a first of its kind video here today. That's kind of a lie. That's kind of almost clickbaity, but we'll get to that in a second. I wanted to peel some stickers here. Sound morally right, but maybe for now we'll do that. Alright, we are going to do a versus video today. That's not necessarily new, it's a recent new addition to the channel, but we're going to do one here that involves two classic rack packs. That's right. We have 1990 Flair. We have 1990 Donruss. There's a tale of two bargain packs from like a Rite Aid or a Thrifty or a Walgreens or a Kmart, wherever you saved up your allowance to get your cards in 1990. Now, in opening these packs, we might pull some cards out that we like. We call these Legends cards, and we have a lot of Legends from our past that we like to highlight. We might get a legend like Otto Orf. We might get a legend like Bale. Oh, hey. One of the greatest sports players of all time. We might get a legend like Ryne Sandberg. I wanted to take a moment to just say thank you to Ryne Sandberg for decades of memories. One of my favorite players during the 80s into the 90s. During this era, Ryne was on top of the game, an MVP, a home run leader, just one of the best players out there to watch, and generally considered a good guy in the game of baseball. He recently passed away, and I haven't had a chance to record a video until now, following his passing. Ryne, an absolute legend, and we miss you. Thank you for all the memories. Other legends in our collection include Stanky the Yankee, the swing of Walt Weiss, Shane Raleigh, a great left-handed pitcher into the late 80s, early 90s, but here he looks like he's on the bear. Yes, chef. And then, of course, the greatest photo in the history of sports cards, Sean Landeta, the mustache of mustaches. And I'm saying that with all due respect to Mark Malone. Okay, so what we'll be doing is pretty simple. If we, oh, by the way, as always, yeah, don't worry. If we pull a card of value from here, we got some penny sleeves. Oh, you better believe. We'll be putting that one in safekeeping. All right. So we have these two pack of cards. We are going to open them, pull about, I don't know, 2 or 3 cards, maybe more, maybe about 8 cards from each pack to see which pack has more value. We're going through an old standard here. We're going back to this baseball Beckett monthly. We've used this one a few times, and the sports card doctor, I gotta tell you what. Sports card doctor's just gonna be honest with you. I had every intention to go back out into my storage shed and pull out some of the old Becketts that we've used over the last 2-3 years for this price challenge. I forgot to do it. I forgot. I woke up, I had some breakfast, played some Fortnite, watched some YouTube, and now I'm here doing this video. And I realized right before I press record, I didn't go out and get a new one. So it's Cal again. Let's just do some page flipping for all you page flippers. Beckett is from May of 1991, so that's a good year for the price challenge we're about to do. Were you in Honolulu on May 18th, May 16th, Honolulu, Hawaii, at the card show? Were you there? Let us know in the comments below. In 1991. Let us know. One of these days. It's gonna happen. Jenkins and Mark Grace. Bobby Bow on the back. Insert still collecting money from Mets joke here. Alright, we'll come back to that in a second, but first up, we've got to open up these packs. So to do that, we're going to have to crinkle them a bit and then open them. I'd like to apologize to anyone who's been watching on our new TikTok channel or our shorts videos that we put out. You just kind of swing through and maybe you're not sure what the channel is. Apparently me crinking these packs of cards is causing some angst in people who are worried that I'm going to ruin the quality of a 1990 Fleer John Franco. Don't you worry. Everything is A-okay. Alright, I'm going to crink this 1990 Donruss rack pack, and then we're going to open it. Already got some Hall of Famers to play with here. We got Purple 11 and, well, that's it. first up here, we got ourselves Al Newman, who I believe was 5'2". Tony Phillips, who might have been 5'3". Greg Liddon, I have no memory of his height. Lloyd McClendon, future manager. Dale Murphy, still a Mormon. B.J. Surhoff, future left fielder. Terry Leach, Alvin Davis, MVP. Finally, we got that Mariner superstar from 1990 that we wanted. Diamond King, there's our Diamond King, Jim DeShays. I wonder if Jim DeShays has a life like a poster size one of these framed in his office. I would. We got another Rance Mullinax adding to our ongoing Rance Mullinax collection. Scott Bankhead, Giggity. Rick Honeycutt, the lefty. Rick Rona, catcher. Andres Big Cat Galarraga, that's a good card there. John Russell. Jerome Walton in 1990. This is a card that you wanted. And then a puzzle piece. Alright. Not a bad thing there. Got some cards to potentially price in that one. Alright. John Moses. Pete Harnish. Brett Butler. Giants still here before it become a little bit of a bigger star with the Dodgers. We got Tom McGrath. Good for you, Tom. Pete Smith looking like he's realizing he's not as good as Smoltz and Glavine. Kevin Seitzer, 200 hits in 200 hits in 1987, right? Yep, that's the one. R.J. Reynolds, not Barry Bonds. Randy Myers, future Nasty Boy. Pascual Perez, rest in peace, Pascual, one of baseball's true characters. We got MVP Pedro Guerrero. A lot of people forget that Pedro had some good years with the Cardinals there after the Dodgers. Future star Dean Palmer. Bill Doran. Luis Quinones. Goddamn checklist. Marvell Wynn. Jeff Montgomery. And the puzzle piece. The Yaz puzzle piece. Well, not as good there. Not as good there. That's a really 1990s pack right there. Alright. I gotta think for these 1990 packs, you just need one big card and then you got the match. The match is yours. Alright. Let's see. Can Donruss pull it off here with a big get? Future Hall of Famer Bert be home by 11. Tim Wallach there. Mike Bilecki. That's the Cub pitcher you want to immortalize with art. Devon White. Lee Mazzilli. Tom Pagnozzi. Andy Van Slyke. Hey, there you go. Hey, Kirk Gibson coming off a bad season there. Tim Birdsauce. Tim Belcher. Mark Grant, future Atlanta Brave pitcher. Mike Schooler. Eric King. Rafael Palmeiro. There you go. You don't want a pony in Congress, but that's a good card for this game here today. And our first rated rookie of the pack, Pat Combs. And we have got ourselves a Will Noshler Clark. You know we love Will Clark around here, even though he's a well-known prick. But you gotta love him for being true to his Noshler self. One of my favorite players from this era, so I'm a fan of Will. For the most part, I probably wouldn't want to hang out with him, but that's not what we're here for, right? We're here for cards and pricing. Alright, so let's see. See if we can get about, I think we can get up to like 8 cards here, right? To face off with this 1990 Flair. You know how the rules work. this was a good pack. I'll tell you what, this rack pack was a good pack of 1990 stars. Like, you had some good players in here, but they're just, even by May of 1991, I don't think they're going to have a lot of value. So here's where we're going right now. And then I'm going to divide this up a little bit here. Now, Palmero's interesting. We know him for what he became, both the good and the bad. But in 1990, I don't know if he has as much value as we think, so we'll consider that one there. Jerome Walton might have more value. He was coming off this rookie season that was very exciting. He was on the top of the charts there. Now, Big Cat, similar to similar to Rafael Palmeiro. We know what he would become, but I think in 1991, I think he's a common, but I think we're going to hold on to that. Surhoff, Dale's at least a bona fide star. Dean Palmer, this has got some value as a future prospect. I pulled Pete Smith for the same reason, but now that I look at his stats, I think we knew who Pete Smith was at this point. Brett Butler, I'm saying common. So I think this is kind of where we're going here. I think I'm having throwbacks like in there. Let's see if I did right. Yeah, I think we did right. Okay. Well, there we go. We'll set aside those puzzle pieces for fun later. Alright, 7 cards. 7 cards. That's where we're going with that. Now let's slip on over here to the flare. I mean, we potentially have, you can get a Griffey in here. You can get some good cards from these packs. So let's see, 45 cards and 3 stickers. Alright, here we go. 1990 Flair in a battle with 1990 Donruss. John Franco. Players of the Decade card. I remember getting that and loving that one. Ken Obergfell. We got some bricking going on. Rich Gedman. Mitch Williams. The Wild Thing. Dan Plesac. MLB Network analyst now. Jack Howell once hit a home run when he broke a bat in 1987, and people were that was a playground story to tell for years. Carmen Castillo, another Lloyd McClendon. It's a big Lloyd McClendon day. Jack Morris, Hall of Famer. Is he as good as Dave Steeb? Not really, but we like him. Okay, Mark Grant. Oh, Rudy Cianez and Colin Charland. Rookie cards there. Lenny Harris for you Mike Huff, future stars there. John Whiteland, Jamie Moyer, who in my head is still playing. Oh, we got Dave Hansen, Kelly Mann. Interesting, that might have some value. 1990, we got Jose Gonzalez. Gino Petralli, that's a pretty good mustache there. That is a guy who's like 27 in this photo, but he looks 52. And he's running a bodega in Queens. Love him. Dave Martinez, future manager. Mark Gubazon, Mike Pagliarulo, Walt Terrell, Dan Schatzader, Lance Parrish, Tom Henke. I mean, we got some all-stars in this pack, but not looking good for 1990 Flair. It might be a battle of commons. I don't know who that bodes well for. Alright. Julio Franco, that's a pretty good get there. Derek Lilliquist, that is not. Technically a Will Nuschler-Clark and a Kevin World Mitchell right there. Scott Terry, Scott Bales, David Cohn, that's a good card. I don't know if the value will be, what do you think? Jeff Ballard, Bill Kruger, Mike McFarlane, Dave McAdam, Brooke Jacoby, Orlando Romes, Roger Clemens, Randy McCammett, Dennis Lamb. That's a good mustache right there. That mustache right there will pull you over for going 62 and a 55. That's what that is. Franco. Okay. Well, I gotta tell you, I don't know who it's looking good for here. We might have truly a battle of the commons. Not bad players in this pack, but I don't know the value of these cards, but we're going to find out. I like that card. I like these like standout cards. Alright. Big stack of commons. These two packs, I'll tell you what these two packs are doing to me. They're taking me back to my 1990 collecting days, where you would think these two rack packs and these kind of stacks of cards, you would think you got some stars, you got some future stars, you got some special inserts. What great value you've got. It was all a lie. It was all a lie. That's kind of what we're uncovering here. Alright, I might take a shot with those guys. He's a Hall of Famer. Even at this point, he's one of the best pitchers in the game, at least to some. It's a common, but we're going to give it a go. Interesting subset maybe option here. Okay, so what do we got? We got 8 here. 6, 7, and I'm going to pick what I think is the most valuable one of this one, and I think it's the Kelly Mann, Dave Hansen. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm wrong about those two. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, maybe I have to put one more here. Let's do this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm gonna pick one more Donruss card, and it's gonna be 8 on 8. I'm gonna take a shot on that Pedro Guerrero. I believe in Pedro. I do. Brett Butler was my other option, but let's see here. Okay, so there you go. That's what we got with these cards here. battle of commons. Bump, bump, bump. Let's get this back in here. Here we go. Let's flip back to 1990. So we have 1990 donors. $19.90 flare. Straight line. Little bend in the road. It's natural, guys. Don't worry about it. Okay. First up, 1990 donors. Who is gonna win? Alright, so our bonus MVPs, they're 8 cents as commons there. So I could have picked that Alvin Davis and guaranteed myself another 8 cents, but we're taking a risk here. So, alright, Pedro Guerrero here. He, of course, is BC6. BC6 is, in fact, a common. Okay, Pedro Guerrero, first up. He is a common. But that could be a difference maker. Next up, rookie extraordinaire, Jerome Walton, $2.85. This was a good get in 1990, but what is its price by May of 1991? A season had been played. Jerome Walton is listed. He is going down, though, to 30 cents, but that is a big price right there. Look at that. Jerome Otero Walton. Big price right there. Here's another prospect. Dean Palmer. Was he going to be the slugging future of the Texas Rangers? Someone in this pack was, but not necessarily him, but he had some good seasons. And there he is, listed. 20 cents for Dean Palmer. Donruss looking good. Dean William Palmer. Alright. Here's the guy that would be the Texas Rangers slugger there. Rafael Corrales Palmero, $2.25 in the set. What was his value here? He did have some value. He's listed at 12 cents. Donruss is looking really good right now. $0.12. Alright. Andy Van Slyke, one of my favorites from Zara, but I don't know if he's priced to go, but he is. 8 cents. Wow. Andres Galarraga, 97, here we go. What do we got? And there we have it. He is a common, there we go. Alright, 5-cent card. I mean, he'd finish up good. He already had a couple good seasons behind him at this point. But his star faded and then rose again. Thank you. Rarefied air of Colorado. Here he is, the sweetest man in the game. Such a nice guy, Dale Murphy. All right, just don't give him caffeine. 168. 168 is the price. There's the number. Is he listed? He is with a up 12 cents. Dale Murphy. Actually, one of my favorite from this era. Love watching him on Braves games, and a forgotten superstar, two-time MVP. All right, here's what I thought was going to be our main event card of this pack. This 1990 Will Clark card, number 230 in the set. What do we have here? And it is, as anticipated, our most expensive card in this set. 35 cents for Will Nuschler Clark. There we go. Oh, I put 30. Sorry. Don't want to mess that up. Okay. That is a big pack of cards there. Donruss looking good. All right, $1.30. All right, I thought it was going to be a battle of commons, but might not be as much as we thought. All right, let's go to 1990 Flair. This is going to be maybe closer than I thought, or just as much of a common battle over here. We'll see. All right, let's dive in. Jack Morris, Flair number 610 in this very large set, and he is a common. All right, Jack Morris. Flair is off and limping. This dynamic duo card, does it have any value? In 1991, right now it has a little value there, number 637. But these are two big players during this time. It is listed, and it is listed for 20 cents. Look at that. The Pacific Sock Exchange, excuse me. Coming through. All right. Flair's on the board. Flair is on the board. All right, now I made the controversial decision to go with Kelly Mann and Dave Hansen as prospects. Let's see what we got. Number 642 in the set. 642. It is listed. It is listed, and it is listed for 35 cents. 35 cents. All right, there we go. This is a closer battle than I thought. One of our best battles yet. All right, David Cone, number 200 in the set, would become one of my favorite Yankees, but at this time I think I didn't like him. David Cone, number 200, 8 cents. Okay, he's on the board. All right, Flair hanging in there. All right, here's one of the best players in the game at this time here, a batting champ. Is there value in his cards? I don't recall there ever being great value in his cards here. 296, 296. Oh, that might have been our first miss. Common. All right. It all comes down to these insert cards. Do these have the prestige value that this design makes you think? And I remember at the time, like these to me were like prestige looking cards, right? Look at this prestigious design here. Classy. A lot of class right here. So let's see, number 627 in the set. Yeah, it is listed. It is listed. 86 Clemens, 15 cents. What did I say? I said 15 cents. Okay. This is a tense battle. Players of the decade, 10th anniversary. George Brett, 621, 621, 620. Oh boy. This has been happening a lot. We have two cards. We have an air version worth $2.50. version worth 12 cents. Now it's a matter of what is the air. I'm going to see here. I'm reading this here. I'm not seeing anything. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I didn't do this on the last price war when this happened. I'm literally going to go figure this out right now. Is this a 12-cent card or a $2.50 card? Time out. The sports card doctor's going to figure it out. Alright, elapsed time, 5 minutes. I do in fact have the answer. I have the answer. But we're going to hold out on that. A little drama, a little intrigue. We're instead going to go to this league standouts card, weight box, number 5. Let's see, is it listed here? Common players, specials, rookie checklist. No, it's never listed, these league standout cards. Rookie prospects, alright. I'm going to say that this is similar to the specials, 8 cents. We're going to put this league standout weight box at 8 cents. If you disagree with that, let me know. But there we go. Okay. Alright, now the question is, let's see where we're at right now. Let's see where we're at. Alright, so currently we're at 96 cents. The question becomes, George Brett, we have the air card, $2.50. We have George Brett at 12 cents for the corrected card. I do have the answer. 12 cents, we do not have a Flair victory. Air card, we have a big Flair victory and a card to just kind of set aside maybe as I throw it down there. I'm going to give you the answer right here, right now. After extensive research, I can confirm that this is in fact the air card worth $2.50. We've got a big, big Flair victory. We did it. We did it. We won. Well, we all won there today. So what this is here, let me set aside. I don't know how much, this doesn't have a ton of value now, but I am intrigued that we pulled the air card here. It's not often that you pull the air cards here. The air, let's see if we can get down. I looked up what it is, and at the very bottom of the card, it says, George owns the third best world. Oh, that's not it. No, here it is. It says, amazingly, George has never batted under 282 in a full year and has had 10 390 hitting seasons. That is the air. The air is the 10 390. He only had 1 390 hitting season. This is the 1980 season that this is commemorating. But he did not have 10. It might have meant 10 300 hitting seasons, but he only had 1 390. This is the air. George Brett's air, or the air made by Flair, gives them the victory here today in a big battle that was closer than I thought it would be. And I also probably chose wrong here. This card here, the Rudy CNS card 640, is actually a 15-cent card as well. This one I don't think has the value of 649, 18 cents. So actually, I could have maybe made it closer by picking all of these, but I did not. But it doesn't matter. Flair is the winner today. We got ourselves an air card to hold on to, a little fun little trivia card, so to speak. And that's